What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, Duels commentary. We have, how do you pronounce that? Zoo? Like Zoo? I think it's Zoo. 1472 versus NOB Snurtdecker 1816. I believe that that's in a band, and the band played on. Okay, and it is. It's and the band played on. Alright, so what happened, this must be game 2, obviously. What happened was Obese Nutdecker opened with Deneb set 2. I think he searched Altier at that point. I know he played an Upstart. And he activated Call the Haunted. What's it called? Suani attacked the Deneb. And then he Call of the Haunted it. Wow, we got a Utopia and a Black Horn. What? Utopia? The fuck? Is this trolling? I gotta see what the chat says about that one. Okay, no reactions yet. I'm like, is this trolling? Anyways, it's looking like that, and the band played on might get it the heck in, cause it's kind of like Stygian and Dirge, but even more important, they just can't even summon anything else, so they can't ever really get the grind game going. You see both players setting monsters, and man, if you're a net decker right now, I play Teller Knights. I know that, and the band played on is a card that you don't want to see, pretty much ever. I think you argue that it's better against Burning Abyss than, what's it called? Oh, he's playing Star Seraphs. Oh, okay. Star Seraph, Star Sovereign. So maybe this is an OCG duel because, those cards are not legal in the TCG. Fair enough, whatever. And you see that, Zoo basically just sets everything. Again, I could be mispronouncing it. I think it's Zoo. I think the X makes the Z sound and, like, Japanese, and well, I don't think there's an X in Japanese, but you get what I'm saying. Alright, so he's sitting on the 2000 defense of the Sovereign. I think this is the one that's limited in Japan, is it not? I know that people call it the chair. Like, what the fuck is that, Konami? You give such an awesome card, and then come on, you give it the artwork of a chair, just giving it like some just generic like princess fairy monster. I mean, it's a fairy and it's light. Anyways, you see Zoo is not wanting to commit to a fusion summon. It's not a fusion, a synchro. Despite the fact that he has 3 monsters, but he could, there's a chance with Zing that he may not have, any tuners, so that's always a possibility. And then if he has cards like Creation, there's no way of killing him right now, so. This is one of the reasons why, Regeki is, like, probably not as good as Dark Hole in Zing. Like Zing loves Dark Hole because they get to kill their monsters and then potentially get other monsters, and then they can trigger things like Zing Creation or whatever else that they want to do. They can get the Chi-Win from the graveyard, and they can just kind of advance their game state that way, while at the same time killing your monsters. I mean, that card would arguably be a blowout. And, Suani having 1900 attack, like, Suani is completely legit in this situation. S-Knights only have, like, 1 monster that's 19, and a lot of people don't even run Regal. Plus, if you killed the Suani, like, that really wouldn't stop Zoo. I mean, all he would do is just get something to replace it, and then, if he needed a tuner, he'd definitely get one, so. This game has come to a stalemate, and I'm gonna say until an obese netdecker can get rid of the band played on, I don't really know what else he'll be able to do. So, now, hold on. I thought you couldn't normal summon any level 4s. Let me just make sure. Whoa, he's got skill drain. Oh, excuse me. You can't special summon those. You can normal summon. Excuse me. Alright, so, skill drain is just going to stop that dead in his tracks, and that's no good. Although he can Alpha Nova that, because Unu's already on the field. He chooses not to, or maybe he just doesn't have it. And now, if you're Zoo, you gotta just feel good, because you got the beatdown game going. You can just attack with Suani. Feel good. Mirror Force don't really do much. Okay, down goes Onu. Or Unu. Why'd I say Onu? I'm lunching. That's a totally different card and a totally different deck. Alright, so I'm gonna say that there's a huge advantage for Zoo. I mean, I think if you have any tuners, you pretty much have to go YOLO, right? Like, I know your opponent has 4 back row and you don't know what they are, but okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. The second he got that tuner, he immediately normal summoned it. He was like, screw this. Because you gotta think, although you could potentially waste your normal summon, if you are able to to get the summon off, you'll probably win the game. And if you are not able to get the summon off, then chances are you can use something like Yang Zing Path and potentially just get all those cards back, get a draw, you know, get some cards, make it so that you didn't put yourself in a position where you lose the game. But if the synchro goes off, then you're probably in a position where you win the game. All right. So I think I just counted 7 stars. Oh, excuse me. I counted 8 stars. I forgot about the tuner. It was what? Yeah, I think it was 4 + 2 + 1. And you see a black horn. So even though he had Bixie, the monster never technically hits the field. So, black horn is everywhere in this duel, man. Again, maybe it's an OCG thing, or maybe these players are, I don't know. I think it just has to be like an OCG thing. I actually thought about siding black horn just because it seems good against like, you know, basically anything that wants to synchro or exceed, you know what I mean? Rituals, not so great against, but as you have a Xyz based deck going up against synchro based deck, you're pretty much going to see Blackhorn get in at the FN. All right, so you see another set from Obese Netdecker, and with that rating though, man, 1816 rating's legit, 1472 for Zoo. Now, I am interested to see what the Star Seraphs are going to do in the TCG. I think I'm just gonna hang out with my Teller Knights for quite a while. Whoa, what is this card? I've seen it before, but I'm not familiar. Knight Dracolich. Why do I feel like this is from like New Challengers or something? So it is 1700, and it boosts, well, let me see. Change all worms, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fair enough. It's like worm support, and Lord knows that they need it, cause like, outside of the, what's it called? The Yang Zing, is not really that much worm support out there. There's really not that many worm monsters, period. If only they would have made these dragon. Oh my goodness, if they would have made them dragon, that would have been so much better. Alright, Altair goes down to an attack. And, I mean, you got 2 floodgates right now. I honestly think Obese Netdecker would be happy with like a Malevolent Catastrophe if that was somehow possible. If he could just get rid of all back row, even if he lost his, I think he'd be happy with that. If the game would just be reset, he'd set a Fiber Jar or something. So now he's gonna just crash Altair. Keep in mind though, if he flips like Yang Zing Creation, oh, there it is, that Yang Zing Creation. A lot of people don't realize the monster that is destroyed by battle does not have to be a Yang Zing. It can be any monster. So, looks like unless he has a counter to that, he is going to be getting himself a cheat. Oh my goodness! No! Oh snap. It's about to get real as frack in here, man. Dude, my man has 2 Yang Zing creations. Now he cannot summon, well, no, I don't think in the band played on is going to do anything actually. Okay, so he's summoning everybody. Not only is he going to use the Chi Win, but then he's going to use both Yang Zing creations. You always have to remember that the monster that is destroyed by the monster that is destroyed does not have to be a Yang Zing itself for Yang Zing creation to actually trigger. Looks like he's getting Beyond and Suani, and then he's going to get Chi Win. Suani giving fusion monster. Damn it, I keep saying fusions. Suani giving Synchros 500 attack. Beyond making it so they cannot be destroyed by battle. And if you're an Obese Netdecker, I mean, I don't know, man. You only get 3 black horns in the deck, and I guess a solemn warning. If he has Bixie out there, it's going to get really bad. There's that Bixie, because now that monster, if it comes out, it will be unaffected by trap cards, which means skill drain will be completely irrelevant in the context of the monster. So we're going to see how many he's going to go for. I'm going to try and count these stars up. Let's see if Capital G can do math. I doubt it. Now, if he does choose the synchro with the Chi Win, we're not going to be seeing it anymore in this game. At least not that copy of Chi Win. He probably has 2 more copies somewhere in his deck. All right, 4 stars, 7, and 8. Okay, so we're going to be seeing 8-star synchro. Maybe a Yazi. Nope, excuse me, Baxia. Yeah, Yazi's totally level 7. All right, so Baxia and another black horn, and that really, really bites because, man, your Chi Win is now banished, and you don't have you could have a follow-up synchro play because you have not committed your normal summon, but Looks like Zhu will have to go back to the drawing board. But he's still in a really good position, just because he knows anytime his monsters die, they're gonna replace themselves super hard. And you have to remember that Obese Netdecker has already used 2 of his Black Horn of Heavens. You only got 1 more, so if you're gonna do something big here, you got to do it now. And I don't know, man. It seems really difficult to get through 2 Yang Zing creations and a skill drain with Teller Knights, knowing that you're kind of only hanging on by a thread, and that thread obviously is that Star Seraph chair right there with that 2000 defense. Now, there is nothing that Zhu could have done to prevent those Black Horns. I mean, you're gonna have to synchro summon if you want to get over the chair, and if you synchro, you are completely susceptible to that card. You see a Twister used on Call of the Haunted during the end phase. I'm not sure if Zhu just wants to set another card or what. It seems like Call of the Haunted is beyond dead. Okay, fair enough. He just wanted to be able to play another card, and you see he's not going to activate Yang Zing Creation, and he's putting some of his extra deck monsters back. Alright, he may only run 1 Yazi, and that might be the reason why he decides to put Yazi back. I know that Yang Zing sometimes will often run, well, I can't say sometimes and then often in the same sentence, especially back to back. That's like completely contradicting. They will often run 2 Baxia. I don't know if they run double Yazi. I wouldn't think that it's necessary. Alright, so it looks like he has, is that Jetu? Okay, so that's Jetu. And alright, so he might want to summon Herald. Okay, I believe he's going to summon a 4-star synchro. Whoa, not Herald. Is that a Balmong? Okay, Balmong. Yes, sir. We got a Balmong on field. This Balmong is unaffected by trap cards, so there will not be any mirror today. And that is unless he decides to rip that, let that 3rd Black Horn rip. Either way, I'm still rolling with Zhu right here. It's just looking really bad for Obese Netdecker. This guy used to run Necros. I'm wondering why he decided to switch to Teller Knights, but if they're playing with OCG cards, it might make a lot more sense. Anybody see the ARG stream today? The Necros version, that one. Oh my goodness, the 3rd Black Horn. Oh man, if I'm Zhu, I'm getting a little perturbed right now. I can't get any of my damn fusion or my synchros on board, man. That's the 3rd time that's happened. So, I mean, at least you know further on in the duel that most of your guys should actually be able to hit the field now, unless you don't have like Bixie and your opponent just likes bottomlesses or something like that. But I mean, I'd just be a little annoyed. That's what I'm saying. I would be really annoyed if I synchro 3 times and all 3 times you had Black Horn of Heaven. You know what I mean? I wonder if people in the chat have realized that each time, yeah, there it goes, 3rd horn right there. So it's still a position where, like, this game is still boiled down to Obese Netdecker is just playing defense the whole time. I think that man, actually, you know what could completely turn this duel around? 1 Fairy Wind. Seriously, if you have 1 Fairy Wind, you completely turn the tides of this duel. I mean, it wouldn't even be funny how much damage a simple Fairy Wind could really do right now. It would put him in a position where he could probably just come back and destroy Zhu, because he'd get rid of both creations, skill drain, band plate on. He'd be able to exceed summon, pretty much do whatever the hell he wanted. Now, Beast Netdecker says that he's thinking, or I don't know if that was something that he did later. Okay, so he's going to summon another Star Seraph. This is the Scepter. Fair enough. Okay, I guess he felt like maybe he just needed a body right now, and 1800, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now, with all these Star Seraphs and Teller Knights, it makes Honest look really, really appealing. Even more so than it already was, because obviously all the S Knights are light, and then like all the Star Seraphs are light too. So I mean, it makes it like really, really appealing. Now you see Zhu deciding to go into defense. Now I wonder why he didn't choose to just ram one of his monsters into that Scepter and potentially, like, you know, bring a bunch out with the double creations, unless he felt like he was getting baited into a deep prison or something like that. We'll have to see what happens here. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen a single piece of spell and trap removal from a beast net decker, I know this, if this isn't the last game and he happens to play another one, I promise you that that's going to change. Nobody wants to just get floodgated this hard. I mean, the ban played on plus the skill drain. I think the effects of Yang Zing creation can be somewhat negligible, but it's still not something that I would want my opponent to have, not at 2. So he decides the MST, the only set card. It's another ban plays on. This dude is serious about not having Xyz on the board, like really serious. Okay, so now he's going to summon Deneb. Obviously, Deneb cannot activate its effect because skill drain just says no. Now, where does he go from here, though? Just make sure I happen to read this. Okay, so he can rank 4. All right, he's going Exiton Knight. Oh man, don't make me count. We got 4 in the hand, 4 on the field. That's 8, 10. Okay, we got 3 here plus 4. That's 7. We got 9 on this side, 10 on the top. So, wonder if he'll try and activate Exiton. Exiton is activated. Skill drain will negate the effect because it is a face-up monster on the field. And I wonder. Okay, Zoo has no response. Okay, Book of Moon is chained. Skill drain will no longer negate it because it is no longer a face-up monster on the field. Now let's see exactly how this is going to play out. The Call to Haunteds are gone. Instant Fusion's gone. Vanity's Emptiness is gone. All right, I believe that was a Patu. Was it? Palu. Sorry. Wait. Palo. Palo. Sorry. Sometimes I just make up names when I sort of know the name. I just make up names as I go along. All right. So, at least NetDecker was able to get rid of, all the Floodgate cards, mainly just skill drain, just that card is, just don't want to deal with it. So, you see he's now going to activate Rhoda for Altier. It's already committed that normal summon on Deneb though. And, oh, now he's going to activate Instant Fusion. Okay, we might have a node inside him. Okay, so he's going to pay 1,000 life points. He gets Elder God Nodin. This is crazy. I've never seen Nodin actually played. It's not available in the TCG. Effect Veiler shuts down Nodin, and during the end phase, Nodin dies because, obviously with Instant Fusion, the monster dies during the end phase. So if Obese NetDecker was planning on making a really big play, it's just not going to happen. Now we see an MST on, Obese NetDecker's only card. I'm going to say Call of the Haunted. The fact that he immediately looked in his graveyard, I'm calling Call of the Haunted on that. Alright, Call of the Haunted it was. Okay, now, if you're Zoo, if you have another monster, you can start spinning and you can put yourself in a really good position with Baxia. Okay, he's not going to spin, he's just going to attack. Exiton has 0 defense. So, goodbye E-Knight. Obviously, he does not attack with Chi-Win because it doesn't have any attack. Now he leaves Chi-Win in attack mode, which is a little strange to me. I do understand that the monster largely floats if it dies in battle. I just don't understand why he would want to take the battle damage unless he's completely baiting him. Now we know the only card, well, we know one of the cards in Obese NetDecker's hand is Altier, and another skill drain is played. Man, I'm telling you guys, these these players playing these Yang Zings, they're starting to make this deck look so fucking legitimate. I don't know if it's just a dueling network thing or what, but maybe it's just skill drain. Skill drain too strong, man. I keep saying it. Skill drain is the best floodgate in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh by a mile. It's so much better than Vanity's Emptiness. It's not even funny. Like it doesn't even belong in the same ballpark as Vanity's. It's just better. So you see Altier doesn't even declare an attack on the Chi-Win, obviously not wanting him to be able to get more cards and potentially beat him down even worse. So I guess maybe that's why he didn't attack it. He figures, hey, well, the Chi-Win can't really attack for any damage, and if the Chi-Win does attack, he'll have to eat some damage. The Chi-Win is going to attack, fair enough, which will let him get a Yang Zing monster. He has to take 1,700 in the process. And he obviously loses his ability to synchro summon this turn. Okay, now Suani's going to attack. Takes 1,800 total, the 200 from the battle phase of Suani, and then the 16 from Beyond. Fair enough. I think Necro's got to get handled first before we can talk about Yang Zing being like really good. But yeah, man, if that happens, Yang Zing might be legit, because there's a lot of decks in the format that you can flip over Skill Drain and Yang Zing can just be like, shut up. Now we see a Soul Charge played. Now a Beast Net Decker is limited to 2 monsters. Obviously only has 2800, but I guess it really doesn't matter if you get Noten. Well, no, Noten can't use his effect. Skill Drain. That's a bitch. I guess he just got him out because of the big ass. You see that he's getting high defense monsters, meaning that unless Zoo can like synchro, he's just not gonna be able to get over these dudes. And we saw how long this motherfucker stayed on the field. This card was on the field for at least like 4 or 5 turns. Now I wonder why Zoo has not activated any like monster removal this whole game. We haven't seen a Dark Hole or a Regeki or anything. You know, one might think that maybe he sided those cards out for Floodgate cards. You see an MST. Oh, okay. Oasis of the Dragon Souls. Man, he's just not getting his Call to Haunted on. Outside of that first turn where he had that Call to Haunted, every other time it's just not happening. You see him flip over Twister to get rid of Skill Drain. Okay. And now he's going to use Effect Veiler. I believe he has 8 stars for the synchro. Okay. And Yang Zing get the job done, man. Cool, cool. All right, so that was game 2. And I think that I don't know what else other than the Blackhorns Obese Net Decker sided in, but I think you will see a flurry of Spell and Trap Destruction, even more so than some of the cards that you're used to seeing in the main deck, like Oasis of the Dragon. That would be one of the first cards I cited out, Oasis of the Dragon Souls, just because, like, man, I can imagine it would be even better with Noden. Don't get me wrong here. But if you just look at all the hate that he had to fight through, the skill drains and all of that junk, it's not having a good time. Now, I think that he chose to go first because he wanted to get Deneb's effect off before getting skill drained. Or, okay, he's got Vega. And Maxi is played. Great counter for Zoo. Now he has Deneb. Most likely is going to get Alter. And then simply pass. I don't think that he'll exceed in the Tsukiyomi or pretty much any exceed. That is just giving your opponent too many cards. Nope. He decides to get Vega instead. Fair enough. Probably try and set a defensive card or two and simply pass turn, but knowing dang well one of your monsters is probably going to die, and it's probably going to be the Vega. Your opponent would probably want to leave you with Deneb. Opts not to set anything. Fair enough. Then again, Yang Zing aren't known as the most explosive deck in the world. Okay, unless they have that card. That's exactly what I was thinking. Unless they happen to have Jatu. If they have Jatu, shit can get real. Especially if you don't have a Maxi to counter their Maxi. Personally, I think I would have went second in this duel, because outside of skill drain, I don't really think that there's anything that you can do that actually scares me. You see him get Beyond and Bixie. Let me start counting stars. Well, I want him to actually synchro first before we start counting stars. 3, 5, 7 stars. Okay. Believe he's going for a 7-star synchro, and I'm just gonna guess it's gonna be Yazzie. Nope, it's gonna be, is that Black, wait, don't click the card. Moon Rose Dragon? Black Moonlight Dragon. Damn, I was so close. I kind of knew it. Alright, so what this card is, this card is special summon. Okay, so you can target a special summon monster and return it to the hand. Fair enough. I don't know about that call though, because pretty sure he could just cast out that baby. Especially if he already has a, okay, well he chooses not to use the Vega in hand. He's gonna Maxi him. Obviously he'll go for Vega. He's already announced his effect. I think this is one of them times where you probably will give your opponent the card. Actually check that. I don't even think I would give him the card. I'd just summon the Vega in defense and just chill. Yeah, I don't think I would actually give him the card. I think I would just pass turn. And if you want to keep bouncing my cards in my hand, I guess, unless I just didn't have any other monsters, I mean any other back row to protect my life points, because Moonlight Dragon doesn't seem like a card that should be that hard to kill. You Mirror Force it, you Fiendish Chain it, you do something to stop it. Heck, Book of Moon it if you need to. But I think that Obese Netdecker makes the right play here. You see him simply just give him the one card and then pass. For the most part, I really don't think that Obese Netdecker is concerned if his field dies, because he has a Vega in his hand. He also has another Deneb, which will give him another search, and it'll give him an instant Xyz. So obviously Altair has to die, and Moonlight Dragon takes down Vega, but he doesn't really take any battle damage. I mean, that 200 is really nothing, and it's not like Zhu can't synchro anymore. Now he has absolutely no hand, so there will be no more Maxis, no more Veilers. Man, an instant fusion could be just the nuts here. All right, so he summons his Star Seraph Scepter, and then attempts to summon Sovereign, and the band plays on and says, no, no, no. I believe then the band plays on is Chainlink 3, meaning that the monster, I guess, just returns to the hand. I'm not used to I'm not so used to and the band plays on being played, to be honest. So I'm not sure if the monster goes to hand. Actually, I gotta read these guys. I'm not sure how they react, if they're like Yosenju or what. When this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add one from your deck to your hand accepted. Whoa, are you serious? So wait, when you normal summon this guy, you get basically Stratos for any Star Seraph? Like, that's not fair. Okay. 3 monsters. When it's Xyz summon, you can target one card on the field, destroy that target, and if you do draw a card, oh my god, who the fuck designed this card? What? So if you use one net involved that requires 3 monsters, you get to blow a card up on the field and draw one card. Who designed this? Oh my god, that card is fucking insane. Do you understand what you could do with Deltaros? Oh my goodness, dude. I definitely got to keep playing Tellars now. You summon Deltaros, you get to pop 2 cards and draw one? That's fucking stupid. Alright, well, good god. I can't believe they have a card like that. That card is dumb. I don't even know what this one does, but this was the one that got limited, right? So this one has to be, like, insane. I'm not even gonna read it because I'm so high on this card right now. Alright, so back to the duel. Obviously, Obese Netdecker is thanking here. And I mean, he's got 2 back row. I think he might be thinking, do I want to MST that, or might I want to save an MST if my opponent happens to have a skill drain or something like that set? Now, and the band plays on, obviously doing some serious work right here, as, I mean, he just can't special summon other dudes to the field that he already controls that level for. And considering he has Vega in his hand, you know he wants to special summon a ton. Now, Beast Netdecker, what exactly are you going to do here? This is getting me hyped something fierce. Life points are, well, I mean, Zoo's over 8,000 because he has the, he had that upstart, that 1,000 from upstart. Beast Netdecker really hasn't taken that much damage. He's looking at his graveyard. Now he can obviously still use something like Call of the Haunted, because it would be Chainlink 4 and it would resolve before and the band plays on, and he'd still be able to get to a level, or not a level, but a rank 4 Xyz that way. Now he's looking in his deck. He's gonna add the chair. Fair enough. Dude, that card is too good. So okay, I guess when the band plays on, the monster just goes back to the hand. Fair enough. That's what I thought would happen. And it'll pretty much be back to the drawing board for Obese Netdecker. Now, the issue here is Zoo obviously has the field presence, while Obese Netdecker just doesn't. He's looking at taking 2,500 this turn, and he is going to take that 2,500. Zoo setting more cards in the back row. Oh boy. Obese Netdecker has all the cards that he needs to pull off some crazy combos. He just can't seem to do them because and the band plays on is just shutting him down right now. So what's he gonna do? There's a chance that he could have set that chair to protect his life points for a turn. Alright, Book of Moon is played, so the Moonlight Dragon has to go face down. And will he declare an attack? He does. So the chair is in defense mode now. This can be pretty big. And we see Zoo setting another card. Zoo doesn't want to keep cards in his hand, apparently. If it's not Maxi or Veiler, he ain't keeping it in his hand, that's for sure. All right, man. And a Beast Netdecker couldn't do anything. Man, that was surprising. I guess he just had an all monster hand. And right now, man, Yang Zing looking way too strong. But I gotta say, these Star Seraph cards look really, really interesting. I know you guys have known about these for a very long time, but you know, they weren't in the TCG, so I don't really care about them. All right. Thank you guys for watching as always.